As Pokemon fans, everyone has their favorite Pokemon, and here are mine. Starting with Gen 1 normal types. I've done this before and I know it takes a long time, so we are going to try and go through this quickly. My Gen 1 normal type favorite is probably Pidgeot, but Porygon and Snorlax are both good options. I'm pretty basic when it comes to some Pokemon here, so we're going to just throw in a quick Charizard. Ooh, I think for starter I'm going to go Blastoise. And then I think I'm going to go Kingler for water. Grass probably has to be Venusaur. I was a big Ivysaur stan when I was younger, but I do appreciate my Gen 1ers. Electric, this is Zapdos, 100%. Do I include legendaries? I feel like you have to include legendaries, there's so many nowadays anyway. Dakuno. I want to go Lapras. Fighting. I think I'm going to go Primate for this one. Ooh, okay, I know there are a couple in here. Gengar. Steel barely exists, I guess that's Magnemite. Gary will put down Mr. Mime, a bit of controversial choice, but always a bit of fun. Yeah, Dark doesn't really have one, so we'll chuck in a substitute. And I feel like with Gengar and Ghost, that leaves Poison to be Nidoking? Do I put him in Ground? No, Sandslash for Ground. Nidoking, yep, you get your Poison, you deserve that. Sandslash, amazing Pokemon. Get my Ground type. Flying. Immediately just hit a brick wall, like Aerodactyl maybe? I feel like Gyarados is cope, but like Gyarados is such a cool Pokemon. Gen 1 Psychic. I just like Mew. I'm like, Alakazam's cool. Bug types. Ooh. This one is one I feel like I've changed every time I play, but it's going to be Scyther. Brock. I think it's classic Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn is my guy. I think he's such a cool looking Pokemon. And then Dragonite for Dragon. Yeah, we'll stick with Dragonite. What is my favorite gimmick form of this? Probably got to be Charizard X. Black Charizard is just such a cool looking Pokemon. Legends. I don't want to double down into Zapdos, so I think I put Mewtwo here. Ooh, making me pick an actual favorite. Right, I forget that's part of this. How do you pick a favorite out of your favorites? This is just like a vibe check for the day. Let's put down Kingler. And then jump straight into Gen 2. Gen 2 normal type. I think we go Porygon 2 here. Has to be Typhlosion. Waters. There are some cool mons in here. I think I put Feraligatr in starter. This is actually interesting that I'm picking fires and then waters for the starter. I kind of want to put Quagsire. I think we put Quagsire. But like my huge power Zoomerl has been like my raid guy for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for ages now, and it feels wrong. Ooh, Meganium deserves some love. Meganium has been growing on me in the last few years, and I feel like I'm probably going to choose Chikorita for Pokemon Legends EA. It's Raikou. Okay, that was a bit easy. Ice type goes Sneasel. Fighting, definitely him on top. Easy Crobat. Is it Steelix here? I think this one's Steelix. Oh, well, actually, I guess we got Steel. Ooh, but the Scizor. I go Heracross and Bug. And take Scizor for Steel, and for Ground I can put Steelix. Already got Crobat for Poison. There's no real standout for me here. Is that crazy to say? I think I'm going to go Skarmory. Yep, what's my favorite letter of the alphabet? Unknown J. I'm gonna put Lugia in. Lugia definitely deserves a spot. Who am I putting in for Legend? Lugia is my Legend. Put Espeon. Brock will definitely be Tyranitar. Ghost has to be Mischievous. Kingdra. Arc. It's Umbreon. Oh yes, Fairy. Okay, Azumarill can go in here. My favorite Mega Evolution. No new gimmicks besides these yet. Who do I like the most? Maybe Mega Houndoom? He's looking pretty cool right now, he's got a vibe. My favorite Gen 2 mon? I think I'm going to give it to Crobat today. I am a bit iffy on this. Why are my favorites already the hard ones? Ooh, okay, so this is Linoon. I don't know why, I always thought Linoon was a cool Pokemon, ignoring the fact that it was almost always a HM slave. If its stats were just a little bit better, I would have run it like a competitive Pokemon. I'm pretty sure I can learn Surf, and that's something I used to do a lot. Again, Fire type is going to the starter. My actual starter is going to Sceptile this time. Unfortunate for Swampert. We do actually have a few good water options in here, though. I do like Milotic, but I don't know if I like it more than, like, say, Swampert or Ludicolo. Feels wrong to leave out Swampert. I guess Ludicolo can go into grass. Used to be a big shift tree guy, and I feel like that could be an option too, but I think I go Ludicolo today. Manectric, easy there. Wolverine's just grown on me. This would have been Glalie 100% back in the day. Honestly, I actually put in Sphere just for some fun. We changed that up a little bit. Breloom is a great Pokemon. I actually love the justice for Breloom that's been happening in the last few years where... But he definitely deserves his spot. Poison? I think that just goes to Viper. I could go Rosalia, to be honest, but I'll take that. Oh. Okay, you're Flygon. Flygon's definitely my favorite in there. Oh my god. Dark Lugia, I forgot that was the thing. I didn't give it to Swallow, so I think Swallow gets the flying, but there are definitely some good honorable mentions in there. Wait, this is when unknown exclamation point and question mark came in? That's so weird. Psychic, we're gonna go Gardevoir. Bug? Almaldo, maybe? Aggron for Rock. That one felt a bit easier. I think we go Bayonet here. Almost just go Shuppet. Ooh. Yeah, no, Flygon goes there. Then I think I go Salamence for the Dragon. I know I did just mention Shiftry earlier, but I think this has to be Absol or Crawdaunt, and I think I'm going to go with Absol. Wait, I already put down Aggron. What else is in Rock? No, you deserve that place, and then this goes to Metagross. Ooh, Gardevoir, right, Jorian Fairy now. I think I just put Jirachi in here, and then we're going to take Gardevoir Fairy. Mawile is cool and all, but I feel like I lost some of my love for it over the years. Mega Rayquaza, that's not even a question, honestly. Rayquaza is probably my actual favorite in here as well. Just to avoid double dipping, I've always had a thing for Deoxys Attack Form, I believe this is, or is this? No, Speed Form. And then my favorite Pokemon of the generation is probably Flygon. I always wanted to make a evolution for Flygon. I don't know how I feel about the idea now, but it could be interesting. Gen 4. I used to think Gen 4 was like my generation, but I've realized how much I've forgotten about it despite the fact that I had like 450 hours in Pokemon Diamond and then another couple hundred in Platinum. But this is going to be the most basic Gen 4 team you've ever seen in your life. So we go Staraptor, Infinite, Water? I think we just go Astrodon maybe? That'll be the blue one, right? Green blue? Okay, Torterra is my goat. But I think I do want to put Empoleon in here because all the early starters just deserve my respect. I love them so much. I have to go Electivire. It was going to be Luxray, but it's Electivire. I almost put Magmortar in at the fire, which, to be honest, once we come to fighting, we'll see what happens. Okay, Weavile, huge choice here. Both Gallade and Lucario in here, but if we go to Steel, I mean, Bastiodon's pretty cool, but I think we put Lucario in here. Gallade, so I guess you're Psychic, and I think you do win that race, which means I can actually put Infinite here and go back and put in Magmortar. I hated Magmortar for the longest time, but then it became my Flame Body Pokemon to help me hatch eggs, and now he's just a key component of my team, and he has been for so long, and I just smacked the spacebar. But continuing, Poison types. This goes to Drapion. No, it's Grogunk. Brock's Grogunk kind of makes that decision for me. This is an easy Gliscor, despite the fact that I hate my friend's stupid Gliscor with its Toxical, Toxic Heal, competitive. Flying? Ooh. Just need to see if I double dip on normal. See, I can go like Porygon Z here and then put Staraptor in the flying section. Bug. I think this is Garupi. It is nice just to put in some like stage 1s occasionally. Yeah, I feel like it could be Rhyperior. I wanted Rampardos to be so much cooler. I do have a thing for Bastiodon right now though, so like he's kind of cool. He is a goat. Okay, I think Giratina Origin Form is probably the coolest Pokemon, so he can go in Legends. And then for Ghost, I might just take Spiritomb. Rotom's also an option, but I think Spiritomb is more my style. Dragon's easy Garchomp. I already put Weavile in, didn't I? Yeah, so I guess Darkrai can have this spot. Darkrai just came out at the time where like the ultimate Dark Edgelord Pokemon, and he was my guy. Prime Jr. is very cute, but Pokétest has grown on me throughout the years. These were all pretty cool Megas. I do love Mega Abomasnow though. He is just a monstrosity, and he deserves it. And that's Torterra. That is without a doubt Torterra. Torterra is my goat. Friend recently got me Turtwig from the Pokemon Center in Japan, and yeah, as you can imagine, huge. I absolutely love this guy. But Torterra definitely deserves that position. Gen 5. This one's going to be a bit harder. Initially I didn't like Gen 5, and then like Black-White, and then Black-White 2 came out and it was a bit better. And now everyone looks back on it with like it is the best generation. But I swear growing up, like when it first came out, it just received so much hate, and I think it's because it was like the reset gen where they tried to make all new Pokemon. So it was an interesting playthrough the first time where you had to have all new Pokemon because there was nothing until you beat the Elite Four. I think we'll just go Stoutland. Flying types didn't really do it for me here. Volcarona definitely deserves fire. I mean, to Bannertown. I think Volcarona goes bug. We'll wait and see. Aracosta's a bit of a cool guy. I think we can take that. Whimsicott? Kind of like Ferroth Seed and Ferrothorn. But that can go there. Mulga? I think that has to be like the first Pikachu clone that I really liked. Beartic gets the win on Ice. Fighting. I think we just go Sork. Scoliopeed. This is like my first... I can't even say that, but this is a very like strong choice. It's not like I'm questioning anything. It's just yes, you win. Crocodile. What do we have here? Flying. I think Archeops wins, but it could very well be like a Volbeat. Okay, I'm probably the only person who will ever do this, but this is actually Musharna, and that's because when, what was it, the Little Dream album came out, I actually really enjoyed Mana, however you want to pronounce it, and it actually became stronger than my starter Pokemon in my game and pretty much won the entire game for me. Right, Bug. What did I just say? I said I could do Volcarona here. I nearly went to pick on Scoliopeed immediately. Okay, this has to be Crustle. Okay, I'm happy with that Crustle because I was going to put Crustle and Bug, and it felt wrong putting Volcarona there instead. I love Crustle. Crustle is just my goat. Ghost type. Chandelure did grow on me. I think previously I probably would have just put the blue Frillish, but I think I'll go Chandelure nowadays. I really like Druddigon, but I don't know. I feel like it just didn't get... I get that there's Haxorus and Hydreigon, but there's just... They could have been, all of them could have been cool Pokemon, and Druddigon just kind of fell off. Its stats weren't there, and it didn't really have an evolution line. Back in the day, it would have 100% been Hydreigon, but I think I'm going to go with Haxorus now. Zoroark, for sure. Could be Excadrill, but I think I'm going to go with Bishop, Sharp. Whimsicott Fairy, that was an easy one. Starter. I think it has to be Emboar. Ooh, I just realized it's like the first one where I didn't really pick a starter Pokemon, which is interesting. Nothing really against them, but they're definitely not my favorite starters. I don't think they're my least favorite, but they're not that high up there. I'm like, what am I even looking at? None of these are even Pokemon. I low-key hate this. I'm gonna go with the legs. Legend. It'd almost be Genesect. Genie's cool. I think we put Genesect in. And then my favorite for this generation. I don't even know who I put in here. I think I'm gonna... No, it's Crustle. I nearly put in Scoliopeed, but it's Crustle. Crustle deserves that spot. Gen 6. So I didn't actually play this until a few years after it came out. And I never played Heart Gold or Soul Silver, which is a bit heartbreaking, but when I tried to go back to buy it, it went up way in price super early for some reason. I feel like I just pick a Mega here. Like, these feel like the cooler Pokemon. I can put in Voluptile. I'm like, Talonflame. Talonflame might end up in Flying though, so we'll see how this goes. It's definitely Greninja. Greninja and Ash Greninja was amazing, and Pokemon XYZ was like the first seasonal Pokemon I'd fully watched since I was a kid. The animation of the battles were just amazing. Trevenant? I don't have too much to say on Gen 6 Pokemon, I'm sorry to say, but I will just be picking them. I could always put in the DNA, I'm like, Picolibre? I don't even know, like, do these all have nicknames the same way Picolibre does? I feel like Picolibre is just so well known. Mega Galele's cool, but I feel like we put in the fossils. What are we on now? Fighting. Lucha was a really cool Pokemon. I feel like you deserve it. I think I am trying not to pick Megas here, which I guess leaves me with Regalgi. I guess it's Zygarde. I'm not putting in, what's your name? Bunnelby? Big Bunnelby? Noivern for sure. Psychic type. I think it's Hooper. Unironically. I mean, Esper's kind of cute. Like, we can put in Esper. It's is funny. What's my favorite pavilion? In Pokemon Go, I believe Australia is this one, so I guess it can be you. Are you River? Or am I just making this up? Oh. Yeah, no, that was an easy choice. My god. I guess we put in Honedge? Not Honedge, Aegislash. It's like looking back and I'm like, Trevenant, and I'm like, who would I put in instead? But we don't need to make those decisions. Let's try not to go back too much. I say after already having like adjusted 20 things. I guess Guja pulls off Dragon here. Like, I could just double down on Tyrantrum. Nah, I think this is right. I don't know if I want to put in Pangoro or not. Yeah, I'll put in Volcanion over here, and then we'll put in Greninja on the Dark typing instead. Now I'm like, do I go back and change everything? Klefki, you can have it. I don't completely hate you. I don't hate Klefki, but I just don't like it as much as other people seem to. Sylveon, you definitely earned your space. It took a long time for me to come around to Sylveon. Nothing against it, I just didn't love it the same way everyone else loved it when it first came out. This would be Greninja again. I think this would be my first double dip. Like I said, I just never played it, so I didn't really get a connection to the others as much. Ooh, right, now this is where you get so many options. I think we go Mega Blaziken. I've wanted to put him in a few times, and I feel like this can be the time. There's a story why it's not Mega Sceptile, but we'll leave that for another time. My favorite legend? I mean, how many times can we just dip into Rayquaza? I probably would put that in multiple times. It already feels wrong having put Greninja in twice, because I'm like, I should make better space. I think we do put in Delphox. Let's give her some love. I mean, Primal Groundhont's cool. I'll take that. My favorite for the gen. I think I go Noivern at the moment. Toucannon, easy for Gen 7. Incineroar, definitely. I was gonna click Primarina, but low-key, like, wishy-washy. I thought Schooling was the coolest thing ever when it first happened, and he kind of became like a mainstay on my team. It was a big Decidueye stand as well. I think we can put Primarina in starters and just have the whole group here for this one. Except like Vikavolt immediately, but I'm like, Raichu. Alolan Raichu is so cool. I think I go the Ice Sandslash initially. I didn't really like them. Like, they were all cool and I got the designs, but I don't know, it felt like a betrayal of the Gen 1s. I've grown to love all the original variants and everything and just accepted them as like their own separate thing. Jangmo-Wa. Could just put in Buzzball. I think we go, yeah. Palossand maybe? It's definitely not Diglett. I think we're gonna put in Silvally back here, and then we'll put Toucannon in Flying. Ah, okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, we put Raichu over there, Vikavolt here. Luciopod was supposed to be so cool, and I feel like it just didn't pan out. Like, he's still interesting, but I don't know, let's put in Buzzwole. I feel better about that. Lackenrock? I could almost put in, like, a Alolan Golem. I feel like he's a bit of a meme. But, Midday Lackenrock is very cool. Best of both worlds. Ghost, I think Mimikyu deserves it. Let's go with the broken one. You know, I've already got Jangmo-O, so I guess unironically it's probably Executor. I feel like Ash Greninja is the gimmick. He is a gimmick form. Yes, yes, cool. Okay, you go in there. I don't need to double dip on you. Or do we? No, I'm a fan of Mark. I'm a Alolan Mark gets a spot. Unironically, it is just Celesteela for this one, I believe. Never really used it, but it's one of the cooler Ultra Beasts. I was so against Ultra Beasts for so long, I admit. It's not even like a thing. I just hated them for such a long period of time, and I've only accepted them just due to age at this point, because I'm like, there's no value in hating things, and some of them do have cool designs. Fairy? We already have Primarina and Starter. I think Tapu Koko, though basic, is probably my favorite. Legend? I think we just put in Marshadow. I'm not the biggest fan of all the fusions. Oop, I just realized, time to move the camera. And our favorite for Gen 7, I think we go Alolan Raichu. Gen 8? Oh, we have the Legends Arceus Pokemon as well. Alright, who are we gonna pick? Oh, Zoroark, I'm sorry. That's just a straight up win. Center Scorch is such a cool Pokemon. There are so many good Pokemon here already. Like, how do you even start choosing these guys? I feel like I want to go starters just to go starters, but I'm like, I could just put in like Urshifu here, but maybe Urshifu goes Legend. Maybe I do put in Inteleon. Rillaboom was my first guy, and I think I'm pretty happy to stick with him, which does mean... Oop, that is not starters. We put in Cinderace. Cinderace. Tried to mix Incineroar in there for a second. I'm like, something felt wrong. The old school Voltorb and Electrode, I think are sick. I just love the wood styling, so they definitely deserve that place. I might just put in Avalugg for this one. Like it's between Avalugg or Ice-Yu. But I can take a Legends Arceus Avalugg. All the newer, like, birds are so good, and I'm like, I feel like I could just put in all the Galarian birds and be happy here. I think we go Toxtricity. Ooh, Ursaluna. This could be an easy Corviknight, but I think I'm going to go with the Articuno. What are we on? Psychic. Let's put Articuno there and actually put in Moltres. I feel like sometimes I skip Moltres, but they are all great designs and like somehow an improvement on the originals. Like all of them just go so hard. I can put in an Orbeetle. I'm not mad at that. Are there any fires? Like they all deserve a spot. Like I could put Arcanine in here and then Center Scorch here instead. Leevor's grown on me. I didn't realize how many like Legends Arceus Pokemon I was going to be putting in, but it's happening. Dragapult definitely deserves the spot. I love my Dragapult. Isu and Goodra, maybe? Is there anyone who else I'd put into the Ghost section? Not exactly, because it would just be Zoroark again. I could swap everything around, but I think I'm pretty happy with the way this is sitting right now. Ah, Moltres could go up here. There are some good options in here, though. Yeah, it's just gonna be... I guess we'll go Corviknight. Moltres. Why is this so hard? There's so many chances to double dip, which means changing all the answers again. I think we go Copperajah. Fairy. Okay, I'm just gonna take Zacian, like, you can have it this time around. There's so many alternate forms, man. I don't want to double dip. Let's put Typhlosion. Typhlosion deserves a spot. And then Legends? Maybe Urshifu. Yeah, you pick one. Kind of just a vibe check on what stance I thought looked cooler in that second, to be honest, rather than which one, like, I like typing-wise. My favorite for the gen, that's Zoroark. And Gen 9. Okay, we've crossed the 30-minute mark. I feel like I'm doing okay, but this... Obviously, with this many Pokemon, it's going to take a while. Blood Moon Ursaluna. I did like my, Winkalone, surprisingly. It grew on me during my playthrough. Okay, Skeledirge, I know it's going to be in here, but like, Armarouge and Ceruledge, it's a bit hard. We might come back and swap those. I loved Hero to Zero, but it did kind of fall off, so maybe Quickavel does just take the win here. Gen 9 unironically just has some bangers. I can pass Masquerader and put that at the end, for starters. So maybe we do that, take Brute Bonnet. I was more of a Violet main, but Brute Bonnet is a cool Pokemon and it did really grow on me. Like, even my Iron Hands has become a big part of my team now, mainly for raids, but he deserves the spot. Titan, mainly because Zototl was my first shiny, and the black Zototl was so cool and interesting to find. I could just put in all the Paradox Pokemon, they're so good, like even Koraidon and Miraidon. Flamigo, unironically could go here, but I think we're going to go Annihilate. Clodsire, you definitely deserve a spot. Code School for the Divergent Evolution, that was kind of interesting. Wugtrio and Wiglet, I don't know if a clip would exist, but I definitely had a bad reaction to those initially, but they have grown on me themselves. Flamigo, exactly, like that's a good spot to put you. Okay, I feel like we have to put one of you in if we're not going to put both. Slitherwing here. I did like Cloth. Cloth, he wasn't as cool as he could have been. Like, he's just not a very strong Pokemon and he has no evolutions, but he's still a funny guy. Oh wait, we do get to have you both. We love that. That being said, Fluttermane. That's alright. We'll have another chance. And ironically, Roaring Moon? I think I'm trying not to put in Miraidon or Koraidon. So many options, there's so many options. Okay, maybe Champao. Ooh. Goldango or Tinkerton? Tinkertuff? I think we're gonna go Goldango. Fluttermane, there you go. You get your spot. I think we put in Wooper. I could almost put in Wiglet. Not a big fan of Wugtrio. Miraidon does just look so cool, but I'm a Violet main. I have to give it to Miraidon. My favorite for the generation? Okay, this is unironically a hard one. Annihilate, maybe? Oh no, I have to pick my favorites now. It's so mean asking someone to do this. Okay, that's Zoroark, I know what it is. I forgot we've already put our favorites at the end, but now we're going through typing, right? I feel like I shouldn't double dip. I could put in Pidgeot. I feel like I'm lying to myself. Well, I mean, Blood Moon's very cool, so we can do that. Oh! So many fire starters. I'm gonna cope and put in Magmortar. I don't know if it is my fire, like my favorite fire, but I can't choose right now. Alright, I think we go Quagsire there. This is Torterra. I just realized Torterra's on the other end. I think we go Venusaur then. Electivire. Weavile for Dark. Breloom wins fighting. I'm gonna go Nidoking, but Crobat. Okay, Crobat's at the top, so I don't feel too bad about that. Sandslash or Flygon? I don't know why. I'm liking Sandslash at the moment. It's not like I even used one, or I've used one in a long time, but Sandslash is a cool Pokemon. Oh, I love all of these Pokemon. This one's kind of hard. I might put in Swellow. Swellow can have it. I think this just goes to Raichu. Volcarona or the cooler Volcarona? That's the real question. Go Slitherwing. I think I go Aggron on this one. Dragapult, maybe? These are hard decisions. This is so much harder than like picking a favorite in each individual type. Okay, I'm just gonna try and do it. Garchomp. Ugh. Umbreon. I think this is Scizor. Fluttermane. Sure. Sceptile. He says hesitantly. Let's make a Rayquaza. That's not a question. Routine Origin. And my number one definite favorite Pokemon that I definitely wouldn't change if I came back to this in 5 minutes, let alone on a different day. Torterra? I nearly clicked Annihilate. Okay. Do I want to go through the rest? Why not? We can quickly smack these out. Oh, it's the babies. Okay, that changes things. Taylor, I think. Lord and Savior Bidoof. Bug. I think Caterpie deserves it. Go for the original. My favorite pseudo-legendary is Garchomp? Raichu. I'm an Umbreon main, I think. It's probably Tyrantrum or Bastiodon. I want to give Rampardos the love. He has fallen off. He's not my favorite, but I want to give it to him. What is this? Oh, regional form. That does check out. So many cool ones in here. Let's go with Growlithe. I do like his hair. Got such a good coat in this one. Gigantamax. There are some bangers in here. Let's go make Gigantamax Kingler. Sorry, Lapras. That was a misclick. Elekid, not the cutest, but definitely a favorite. Favorite box legendary. Oh, it's Origin form. That's not close. My favorite mythical Pokemon is probably Darkrai. Ultra Beast. Let's go with Guzzlord. Why not? Alright, here you go, Koraidon. You can have this one. You make the list somewhere. My favorite type? It's probably Steel. It was probably Fire when I was younger. But Steel just had so many bangers. Steel, I'm like having a moment. I just could not see it, and I was thinking it was going to be like a normal color, and I was just looking right past it. My favorite ball is definitely the wooden ball from Legend of Arceus. I even liked the tin metal one from the Celebi movie with the young oak. My favorite Spinda is that. That looks so basic. Am I gonna... That's a bit better. I had to spin that again, and that felt really wrong because, like, clearly it doesn't really matter, but my god. Let's just go with you. I mean, Pokeball. We can go with the Pokeball. And my favorite, El Creamy. The slightly pinker one, maybe? And finally, favorite new Evo. New Evos. Some of the best Pokemon. Except for you. My mouse is seeing. Good. That's going to make someone mad, I'm sure. Is it true? Who knows? I think I give this to Electivire. Yeah, Electivire can have that. I wish it would auto-generate your team. I wish I didn't have to, like, come in here and, like, pick one. So we're going to pass on that. But this is it. This is my list. Have a look at the bottom. Scroll to the top. Move the camera into the bottom corner now. And there we are. Actually, I'll take a picture and put it over the top now for the whole screen so you can see it all. But those are my favorite Pokemon. Probably going to come back and do this in about a year's time, if I remember. Even if I just do it for me, like, this is definitely something I want saved. So thank you and goodbye.